Hello, welcome back to the channel. I'm Alex and welcome back to episode 5 of the Ford Kuga salvage rebuild. Today I hope that we're going to start to get the wing, the damaged part rebuilt. I've got the part sprayed. The only part I haven't got sprayed is the arch trim. I was waiting for that to arrive, but the rest we can crack on today, get the wing back on. We've got the washer bottle to fit inside where the wing goes, and then we've got bonnet, etc., side skirts all to fit. So painting done. It's come out pretty well. I'm pleased with it. You can see the difference here. I haven't flatted off this one yet, so you can see there is still some orange peel. This one has been done, so you can see it's nice and smooth. So I will do that off camera at some point. This is the wing. I did decide in the end to spray it myself. Again, this part hasn't been flattered yet. It's a lot easier to do when it's bolted to the car, so I will do that once it's on. But if I get close, you can just see it's not quite smooth. If I do that, you can just see it. So once I have it bolted up, I'll get that on. But the match is perfect. You wouldn't really tell the difference. So I'm really pleased with that. So yeah, we'll flat that once and polish it once it's all bolted up. But first of all, we'll get the washer bottle on. Okay, so I picked up a second-hand washer bottle. That was £58. Again, it looks very, very new, so I was happy to pay that. The only thing I have just noticed is that wires are being cut. I've got some cut wires here, but I'm hoping that's just a case of plugging in the loom that's on the actual car, and we'll have a look at that in a minute. We have got a broken pipe there as well, which is a little bit annoying. And there too. Shame, but let's get it on first and then we can have a look what we need. Okay, so I've found that pretty much everything has got to come off this one, which is annoying because all the pipes and wires are being cut. But I've got the wires off the main loom anyway, so I took the cut ones off. So we can connect those up easy enough. The only thing I'm going to struggle with, I think, that one I can separate there, which should be okay. That's the part I'm going to be struggling with. We'll take that off. The clip is actually, I don't know if you can see that, but the cable tie is actually part of the clip, which is really annoying because I don't have one of those, so we'll have to do something else with that. Actually, we will look on screen. Take it off. I think it's short. That's going to be short. That's going to go right there. expected that that loom would go through there, but it appears to be too short for that. So that seems to come up through here. Clips into there. Okay, so it's just the one pipe that I think we're going to need, which is going there. I'm guessing that, which I have two of, guessing that goes onto the wing once that's on. That looks the cleanest, so we'll use that one. Can't be an easier way to do that. Definitely not that way. Looks like a bit of oil on the rubber is needed there. Okay, this hopefully will go back in. I'll put a bit of spray grease on it. That's a bit easier now. That's it, that's gone straight in. Now I've got to try and find the right bolts, which is, as I've said before, the biggest challenge with this job, was not knowing where everything came from. Okay, that's that all in. I'm not going to tighten those up just yet, because that may need to come out, I don't know. At least it can't fall out now. Next we can try the wing. Okay, so just remembered that I've got this piece which actually goes in there like that. So wing's gonna have to come off again to fit that. Okay, so at this point I'd realised that obviously the wing had to come off. I tried fitting it, and then also realised that the washer bottle had to go in last with the wheel off. Time was getting on. I'd had enough by this point, so I left it at that until the next day. Okay, I left it where I was the other night, You know, it's getting a bit dark and cold, so it's the weekend now. Got my coffee, hoping we can crack on well with this today and try and get most of it done at a point where we might even be able to drive it, but there's still quite a bit left to do, so we'll see how we get on. We got a light to fit. I've got to bolt on all the rest of the bumper because that's still kind of only half bolted on. Side skirts to get on. Yeah, let's crack on. So we're going to try and flat this panel off and then polish it up using some 1500 grit. Just to get rid of some of that orange peel. I kind of hate this part because if it goes wrong, or if we go through the clear coat onto the paint, we've got to kind of start again. And as I'm not a professional at this, I'm going to take my time, keep wiping it down and seeing how far we've got. Okay, so we got that pretty flat now. Now we just need to cut it all in, which we'll do with a polisher. Okay, so I'm using this. This is only a, I can't remember the size of it, 3 and 4 inch I think these are. I do have a larger one, but for this panel I'm just going to use this smaller one. I find it a little bit easier. And then we've got this, I know that's back to front, but it's a G3 Premium, which is a cut and a finish apparently, but we will still polish it afterwards. Then hopefully this should give us our shine back. Okay, so then we can wipe that down and then give it a polish. Already you might be able to see, but the shine is already back. Then we got this, and we use this slightly harder pad. Oh, it hasn't got the notches in. The other one is a bit less fierce. I got this buffing pad. I don't ever normally use this, but we'll give it a go. Okay, so that's done. Just need to clean the rest of the car. I'm not 100% sure what I feel about the match between the bumper and the wing. I think the door is fairly good. Once we get out in the light, we'll be able to tell. Okay, so we've got all the bumper bolted on underneath. I didn't film that because you've seen enough bolts put in, but it was all of these here, all of these here, quite a few bolts. Luckily we had them all, so that was again a bonus. So that's all bolted on. Now we can put the light in, get the bonnet on, I think. I managed to get the proper clip. If you maybe remember from the previous episodes, the clip here was missing. I managed to get that from Ford for £1.50. That was good. Need to take the wheel off before we can put that back on. But that's no issue. Bring this up out of the way. Next we can get our bonnet on. Lucky this is very light. Okay, so it's not quite aligned right. We just got to get this side's got to come this way a little bit. I don't know if you can see that on camera. No, you probably can't. Let's show you. So down there is looking pretty good. That looks good. But then we're just a bit wider there. So we should be able to just loosen this side and pull it up. We'll give that a go. Okay, so we'll slacken this side off a bit. That's better. That line there is a little bit. Now I think maybe the wing needs to go in So we might have to slacken the wing off. Oh, almost scratched the paint. Lucky. Alright, we'll tighten that up there. That line looks a lot better along there now. Still a little off, but we can push that side over there, we can push that back a bit. We'll see that panel gap there is now a lot smaller than that one there. So I think possibly we need to slacken the wing off and push that in a bit. We'll have a look. Okay, I'm happy with that gap now. Just got to go back a little bit, I think. Okay, so next we're going to fit this, because obviously on the last one, on the other one, this pipe had broken off. I got this second hand, but it looks newer than the one that's on there, so it can't have done much. And I got this for 35 quid, or 35 pounds. So we'll get that fitted in, and then we can get some coolant back in it. This pipe at the bottom is not easy to get to, because we've got a bracket in the way. Might have to take the bracket off completely, which could do without. Maybe we'll get it. Take the bracket out first, I think. Okay, so that's all done. We can get this panel back on here now, and we're away. Okay, so now we're going to get the side skirt on. It's not going to be easy to film this, so I'll probably just put the camera down, but it's easy enough to put on, hopefully. Okay, so we got the wheel off. We're going to try and fit this in through the top now. I had a feeling that that's probably going to have to come out again, but never mind. Okay, so we've got the pipe in, all the pipes connected. Now we just got to bolt it in. I've got some like penny washers because there's quite a big hole on that. I don't know why, whether it was pulled out at some point of whatever car it came off. I thought I'd put a penny washer behind it, just hold it in there a bit better. First mistake, I didn't plug the wires in, did I? Oh dear. Stupid boy. Okay, so that is in. Whether it works is a different story, but it's in for now. Fingers crossed we don't have any leaks. Let's just check it over. Okay, it seems okay. So before we fill it right the way up, we'll give it a go. We do have axle stands, just for anyone wondering, just because people didn't like it last time, so. Very good. That's that. Now back one, how does that work? We seem to have a leak. It's working, but it's also leaking. Have a look. Okay, so I've set the cameras up to try and identify the leak because I can't see it. It looks to be coming out the top there. I think that pipe there is split. I'll have a watch back on the video. Yeah, so you could probably all see that. I just watched it back and there's a split in the pipe just there. So we'll have to do something with that. Now, I do have these. I bought these because I thought this pipe here was going to be the one that I took off was broken. But that might come in handy for there. So we'll have a look at that a bit later on. Now we can look at getting the arch liner in. Now I got some brackets for that. I picked up these brackets from Ford, which apparently are for the arch liner. They go in around there. I have no idea where they go, so I might have to take the other side off to work that out. Yeah, not a clue. But we'll get the arch liner. It might give us some idea once we put it in there. Okay, so I have no idea what they were for. I don't even think they were for this. That looks like it goes there, actually. I take it back. I don't really see the point in it. That's where it looks like it goes. That must just be clips to hold that in. Yes, that's a bit pointless, that is. Where's that one going then? Strange thing is, there's nothing on the other side. A bit of a stone guard of some sort, I think. Okay, so we've got our arch trim. I got that all painted up. Just need to push that in and then attach our trim to it. Got our new pack that was provided, so we'll use that. Okay, so I'll get all these clips put in because I don't think you really want to sit and watch that. So I'll get all these put in and then we'll come back. Okay, so we've got all the arch trim, arch liners in. That's looking pretty good. Got that done both sides. Got the wipers on and the panel back in. So we are nearly there, other than a few little touches. I've got to repair still the tank strap, or the heat shield bolt on the tank strap. So I'll get that done, and then, well, I'm going to wash the car now. We'll probably have to get it MOT'd, and then we'll look at selling it. In the next episode, I'm going to start putting together costs, try and work out what it's cost me in total, and then hopefully what we can potentially sell it for, to see if we actually do make a profit. So hopefully you'll join me for that. If you enjoyed the episode, please like and subscribe, and interested to hear your comments, what you think. I'm fairly pleased with it so far. Obviously I've got to test drive it and just see how that goes, but I will test drive it in the next episode so you can see that. But yeah, thank you for joining me. Hope you've enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time.